Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 7 of Final Fantasy VIII. In the last episode, we were in a dance, much to our dismay. And now we had to change our clothes, and I did that off screen, so now we're going to the training hall. Yeah, there is going to be, again, frame rate drops, and again, I apologize for that. Anywho, I made sure to add GFs to the people that I'm going to be using, i.e. Squall and Quistis. And unfortunately for me, I just realized that, well, by the time I start getting into the deeper missions, that my level is going to be rather high. How high, you may ask? Well, probably 4 or 5 levels higher than everybody else. Actually, it's already 5 levels higher than everybody else. Because right now I'm looking at level 15 as opposed to everyone on my team who's lower. Even Quistis is a 12. I can't use the directory because it's nighttime, and most of the areas of Balam Garden is closed off. So where we need to go is the training ground. The only place that does not have guards. So, upon doing so... Oh, and make sure Siren's equipped to Squall by this time. Quistis will instruct you to fight a T-Rexaur. I ran into one of those off screen, which is why Squall has such a high HP. Not high HP, high experience points. Yeah, cause Quistis didn't fall. However, I beat him up enough to get enough experience points off screen, which is why Quistis' Squall, actually that was the main contributing factor to Quistis' Squall getting as high a level as they did in the Fire Cavern. So now you're going to get to see a T-Rexaur up close and personal in this part. Also, they're talking about status junctions. Just like with elemental junctions, there are status junctions. And if you happen to have enough status magic, say like double or whatnot, or death for that matter, you'll be able to add to the defense and the offense of your move. You can make a move that's Death Strike. No, actually you can add Death Strike, to your weapon, or you can add Zombie Strike to your weapon. Hell, just like with most of the enemies, the same rules can be applied to you, especially with the final boss of the game. In other words, despite all the protection that you will have, you will still be inflicted with these stats. Likewise, with everybody else, or all the enemies in the game, they could still be inflicted unless they have like 200% stat protection, which most of the bosses most likely do. The thing is, since I have Siren, stat attack can actually be used. So I only have one slot for a stat attack and one slot for stat defense. In order to get a third slot, I'm going to have to actually put attribute points to Siren, so that Siren will allow, well, the wearer actually, to have 3 stat boost. As you can wholeheartedly see. But unfortunately, the status attack is basically from who was it again? Oh yeah, Ifrit. But again, this is what happens when you actually use Siren. And speaking of which, Siren's only level 3. Yeah, and there you go, stat defense junction 2. I have to power that up, but Unfortunately, I want to power up something else, like the tool refine. That would be a good idea to do that for. Anyway, now let's go into the training hall. This is where you're gonna run into, like, a couple of creatures, but more along the lines, there is a rare chance a T-Rexaur will appear, and trust me, you will see it. Where you want to go is the right. Unfortunately, I run into a battle. Sorry for that pause there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, this enemy. What exactly am I about to attack anyway? God damn it. Honestly, I should just outright attack it. I really should. Or cast sleep on it, I guess. And it misses. Okay. Well, good news is at least Quistis does 250 damage. Alright. But 250 damage is definitely not enough for a T-Rexaur. Because at... Oh wait, I'm pushing level 16. I just realized that. At level 16, T-Rexaur we're talking about has a very high HP, and trust me, I'll cross that border when we get there. Anyway, we could just go straight into this room here, and this will advance plot. Now, this area apparently is, of course, for cutscene. I'm not sure if enemies will appear here. I haven't read back to this area. I always go to the area on the left. Oh, on the right, sorry. Not the area on the left, the area on the right. Where that's where most of the grinding is. But here, you can see Balam Garden. And the biggest awkward silence you could ever possibly have. And this is Quistis just lamenting about the fact that, well, this really is her last mission as an instructor. Because in a year's time, she literally instructed the worst student of all time. That person being Cypher. So now she's a regular member of Seed, just like Squall. In other words, she's trying to hit on Squall, even though... Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is she's trying to hit on Squall, basically. I mean, she's no longer Squall's superior, but rather Squall's equal. So there really wasn't be any nepotism. And Squall, being as abrasive as he is, tries to dodge the conversation as much as he can. You know, he could just use an ellipses. But see, Cypher's little stunt basically cost Quistis her job. So in all honesty, I kind of feel sorry for Quistis. After all, it's not her fault that Cypher's a douchebag. But despite that, in 3 years, she went from being a seed to an instructor, and then demoted again. And Quistis asked the big question, where did I go wrong? Well, here's your answer. Cypher's your student. And you shouldn't blame yourself for Cypher's stupidity. That's all there is to it. And Squall, well, he might not be as good either. After all, Squall did blindly follow Cypher. But then again, Cypher was the leader. But of course, when it comes down to conversations, Squall does not listen. And the first thing he says is he tells Quistis to go talk to a freaking wall. Jesus Christ, why is he so abrasive? I mean, I understand the man has some friendship issues, but damn, not even Tsunderays are that cold-blooded. Okay, I take it back, I forgot about Luis from Zero no Tsukama. But still, there's an extent to the cold-bloodedness. Anyway, after that delightful little cutscene, we're going back to plot, which is in the other room. Because the moment we move, well, screams of terror will happen. There we go. So let's go help this poor, unfortunate woman who is being attacked by a bug. Wait a minute. Ain't that the woman from earlier? Yeah, yes it is. Well, we're gonna have to save her. And we're gonna have to beat the crap out of this giant fly. But, of course, this giant fly is not alone because it's got 3 enemies with it. There's your boss, ladies and gentlemen. Well, one of them, anyway. Well, actually, that is the boss. Sorry. My mistake. Honestly, since it's gonna get a first turn anyway, you should focus on using your GF to pretty much clear the entire path. Hit it with either ice or hit it with lightning. Preferably both. Because ice will take out the minions and lightning will do the most damage to the giant fly. Yeah, and sorry for the lag once again. Now, if I was actually smart enough, I would have remembered to bring a card mod here. But no, I'm not. Alright. Let's hope that wiped these guys out. And wow, those guys did not have much energy to them. But the bug only got about like 300 done to him, if I'm not mistaken. So it's up to Quistis now, and for some reason, the GFs are lagging during this battle, and I apologize for that. So, thunderstorm is gonna happen. Honestly, I should show off Siren, considering Siren is a new GF. But I warn you, Siren is weak. Granted, Siren again has some good refinery skills. And anyone who's junction with her will reap the benefits. And that's another thing. You can actually mix and match Guardian forces once you get them. Hell, you can even give, like, all the Guardian forces to one person if you wanted to. Wow. Yeah. Nice stoppage there, game. Let's stock whatever it is this thing's holding. Oh wait, now I know what this thing's holding. It's holding Shell. So this will be the first time you actually learn Shell, because Protect is one of these spells by default that the game actually gives you if you use the magic booster. So let's use Siren, shall we? And if all else fails, let's use Ifrit. Ah, 25, really? Either way, this guy should not be a problem. Bombard him with Guardian Forces if you can. But be warned, if you're going to try to use physicals, he's going to be up in the air and it's going to constantly miss. So, we're now showing off Siren, who is playing an eerie and yet ear-rapingly loud song. But good news is, he's dead. Looks like Ifrit didn't have to come in this battle. Well, there's no experience points here, but there's a lot of wizard stones from that. And 14 experience point. Well, 14 AP actually given. Well, the lady is safe, so let's just get out of this place. Well, not really. There's one last thing I want to show off before I do. I think it's in this room right here. Actually, there's two things. The first thing is that draw point over there. The second, this thing. This is a T-Rexaur. Now, unfortunately, T-Rexaurs are strong enough to where they can pretty much run through your entire party. Here's the thing, when it comes down to a T-Rexaur, while they are slow, and while you can put them to sleep, by the way, it's in your best interest to use magic attacks when they're asleep, because physical attacks will more than likely wake them back up. Actually doing damage to a T-Rexaur would net you a lot of experience points. However, offing these things will get you 300 experience points. So, yeah, there's that. And of course, if you off one, it'll give you a dino bone as well. But you need to be strong enough to beat them. By the way, the HP of this T-Rexaur, I do believe it is 19,000 because it's at level 16. So yeah, we're probably gonna bring it down to about 5,000, and then it's gonna start getting out of control because my party member's gonna start missing, and then afterwards I'm gonna have to retreat. Good news is I may end up showing off Renzo Kukin before I do leave. But God forbid, if I get a stronger weapon, I'm gonna take this thing down. That is for damn sure. And unfortunately, this can be a long, drawn-out battle. Which, if the commentary seems too boring, I apologize. But, when it comes down to T-Rexaur, you're in it for the long haul. And here's the thing, T-Rexaurs are weak to... Oh god, as you can see there, T-Rexaurs are also pretty damn powerful too. Yeah, T-Rexaurs are really weak to ice. So Shiva should be the one to lay up a smack it down on the T-Rexaur and constantly bombard him with ice. That will quickly end the fight. However, you need to heal as well. So far, I've done about like 5,000 to him. He should be dead. Well, actually not should be dead. He should be halfway dead. But unfortunately, sorry for that dead space there, but unfortunately, later on in this fight, you will see things go foobar. And by foobar, I mean Squall misses not once, but twice, which will screw me over, because that'll bring me to near death, and unfortunately, I couldn't really fight because, how should I put this? He would have killed off both Quistis and Squall, and that would have had me to start the whole entire section all over again. Which I wasn't about to put everybody through, because this particular part is like 20 some odd minutes in its own right. Well, so far I dropped him down to... Actually, I dropped him down a little bit lower than that. From what it looks like, I've actually dropped him down to about 10,000. I needed about 10,000 more to beat him. And well, he's still up. Uh-oh. Sleep's worn off. Crap! It wore off at the most inopportune time when I'm firing Shiva off at him. Ah, man. Really wish I would have had something to heal with. Yeah. This is about to die. I need some help here. Gonna draw. Attack you. Okay, Renzo Kukin. Doesn't matter. Attack. Alright. This should do it. Oh, wait, no, not really. It shouldn't. I've already just said that I was going to leave. Why did I say that? Ah, must have slipped my mind. But I did hit 5 of them, and I missed each and every one of them. God damn it. Uh-oh. Yeah, Squall's in the low. Let's get out of here. Damn, we got about 3,000 from that? Wow. Yeah, I need to... Oh, god damn it. No, let's just kill this thing and get it over with. Die already. You're not a T-Rexaur, but yeah. At least I could get my vengeance by killing you. Well, there was one other thing that was here. I should go around and... Ooh, I got poison powder. Nice. Let me first heal. I don't want to be caught with my pants down if another T-Rexaur appears. Alright. I got those magic sets. Now let's go on ahead and... No, not go here, but rather go around and find that, draw spot. Also, that's another thing. Oh, there's a Blizzard spot here. Not a Blizzard, I mean a Blizzard spot. So, yeah, that'll work. That reminds me, I also gotta max out Siren's hidden spot, which will allow me to find some hidden spots in all of Balam Garden to find hidden draws, which I can use to draw certain magics. But right now I don't have the ability points on it yet. I'm still waiting for something else. Now, what was I waiting for? Oh, yeah. Tool. That's what I was waiting for. Ah, boy. We may be here a while. No, not really. We're almost near the end of the park. That's right, I forgot. Well, it seems I only got like 8 left before I have HP at level, whatchamacallit? No, I meant HP, like, okay, sorry, getting confused. I needed 8 more points until I had the HP junction, sorry. Yeah, color commentary, but I'm screwing it up. But again, it's the same old enemies, and when it comes down to Windows Movie Maker, which is the only thing of my repertoire that is able to allow me to voice record any HD recordings with minimum frame drop as humanly possible, yeah. I'm having a little problems cutting out those battles without cutting out the whole film. So yeah. So once we get out, Quistis will dismiss you. And of course, Quistis will say, "Hey, Squall, it's not like everybody can live on their own." And Squall's like, "Watch me, bitch." And, well, the only place you could go now is either A, back to the training hall, which I recommend you don't do, or B, you go back to the dormitory, which you should do. And of course, once you hear, Zell greets you, and also tells you that your dormitory will now have some new dorm mates. In other words, you have Zell as a new dorm mate. Not to mention, your old dormitory has been switched out with a new one, which actually looks the same, except there's one little thing that's new about it. See that magazine right there? That is actually the Weapons Mar magazine. No, the Weapons magazine for April. Now, see, the Weapons magazine for April, although you honestly don't need the Weapons magazines in order to get the new weapons, the Weapons magazine for April is basically